Okay, today I'm going to focus on carbon monoxide. And right now I'm not going to look at the heavier levels that can cause immediate harm or even death. I'm going to look at the lower subdual levels that are created, for example, a car parked in a garage, and then you turn the car on, you start the car up, back it out, and then shut the door. You have a lower level of CO2 that will remain in the garage, and that can seep up into the upper floors or even through the wall and affect people that are in the home. So if you do this day in and day out for years, there are long-term implications that can occur. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to look at a car that's parked in the garage. I'm going to start it up, I'm going to back it out, and then I'm going to immediately test the carbon monoxide levels to see how much is actually in the air. Right now our gas reading is 0. The car's been parked for about 4 hours, and that's what you want. Okay, I backed out of the garage. And now let's go in the garage right now and see what the levels are. So now the car is backed outside the garage and I came inside afterwards. Remember, it was 0 before, and now we got 5 parts per million. 3 to 5 parts per million. So you can see there's definitely a level of carbon monoxide gas that built up. And I turned the car on quickly and drove out as soon as I started the car up. Now after a few minutes it's going down to 3. But most people shut the garage door when they leave, and that'll trap that gas in even longer. And that could potentially go up into the rafters or the floor above or the walls on the other side of the garage. Okay, about 15 minutes later, after the garage door is still open, the carbon monoxide level finally went down to 0. So it took quite a while before it all dissipated, even with the door open. Anyways, so you might want to put in like a ventilation system in your garage if you have this particular situation. Or maybe keep the door open longer if you can, depending on your particular situation. Okay, I just pulled the car back in the garage, left the door open for a few minutes after I pulled it in, and I'm getting a reading of about 5. I got up to 20 when I first pulled it in, and now it's back down to around 5 once I shut the door. So that's the other problem too, is when you pull the car into the garage and shut the door, you get into the same scenario. Now you can see the car is back inside again. So you might want to leave the garage door open a little longer when you first pull the car in to help get the ventilation out as well. Or again, having some type of ventilation in your garage in order to get rid of the gas fumes. One thing you got to be really careful though is you don't interfere with any heating systems in the garage, and make sure you don't take too much oxygen out. Again, a licensed plumber and a heating contractor is definitely the way to go in a situation like this.